All right, guys, we are back for another week of learning about some macronutrients. So last week we talked about carbs, and hopefully we were able to incorporate some new ones or maybe start our journey of not being so scared of them. You will find that when you bring the right carbohydrates into your meal plate design, that you will feel fuller longer and have more energy. So keep at that. Again, we are not trying to perfect anything in 1 week. This is a journey. Today we're talking about protein. So protein is one of the most abundant substances in your body, second only to water. All of your body's tissues depend on it for healthy growth. In fact, when you're pregnant, your baby's hormones, growth, metabolism, sexual development are made possible with proteins. The placenta is even made from proteins, and so is a strong uterus. When you're nursing, proteins really contribute to the formation of enough breast milk. Proteins also encourage the formation of antibodies, which, if you know anything about those, they help fight off infections whether you're pregnant or not. So what are proteins? They are made up of 22 amino acids. All but 8 of these amino acids can be made in your body. The other 8 must be taken in through your diet. Now, in order for protein to be used optimally by your body, you really need all of these 22 amino acids present daily. So foods that are naturally have those 22 amino acids are called complete proteins, and those that don't have all of them, maybe missing a few, are called incomplete. Complete proteins are like your meats, dairy, soybean products. Your incomplete proteins are going to be your veggie proteins, your grains, seeds, and nuts. This is why it's really important for vegetarians and vegans out there to be a little more methodical with your protein intake each day. So if you are pregnant and nursing, you should aim to have about 75 grams of protein a day. I have never calculated my protein, but I think it's a good idea for you starting off on this journey to take a day or two and just figure out how much you're having. Okay, so that is for pregnant and nursing moms. If you are not pregnant, just like with the carbs, take your body weight and multiply it either by 0.8, that would be if you're on the lower activity level scale, or multiply it by 1.8, that is if you are endurance athlete doing a whole lot of movement, heavy lifting kind of stuff. And if you think you're in the middle, you can pick a number in between. Multiply that by your body weight, and that'll give you roughly how much protein you should be having in a day. Now, I stress that every person is unique and doesn't always fit into this nice little equation, so just remember that. Animal products are going to be your easiest way to get complete proteins. However, they come with a price, just like everything else in life. Buying conventional animal products, and conventional is, the big box meat production companies out there, you know who they are. They can actually lead you to consume unnecessary hormones from those animals that might make you make your own hormones go pretty wacky. I can't recommend using this growing season enough to hit up local farmers markets and get to know the farmer who is giving you your meat. Like I said in the last video or meal planning video, when you get the whole animal, it saves you money in the long run. You get to know the person who's feeding you. It's just a win-win. You're supporting the local economy. So again, I'll post a link to South of the James and Fall Line Farms if you want to check them out. My little tips for the farmers market: go at the very end of it, because a lot of times these farmers don't want to take things with them, so they might give you a better deal on that. All right, so I'm not advocating for meats every meal. They are obviously the easiest way to go if you are buying quality meats. And again, that is something you have to sit down with your budget and kind of prioritize. I honestly prioritize going with quality meats versus vegetables and other things like that. But as far as advocating meat for every meal, too much meat can be detrimental to your health. as it does have an acidic residue, and your body likes to be more alkaline. Just like everything else, moderation. It was once believed that you needed to be super calculated in combining your incomplete proteins at every meal. So you may have heard that, you have to combine rice and beans. So at every meal, if you have 2 incomplete, you have to make sure that you're eating them together. But we now know that so long as you're eating complementary proteins throughout the day, so that means proteins that when added together equal that complete protein profile, you're going to be fine. So that means you could have like beans for one meal, rice for another meal that day. So what are some of these veggie combos? Well, legumes and grains, beans with nuts or seed, and grains with nuts. So in food form, this could look like a peanut butter sandwich on whole grain bread, hummus with a whole wheat pita, beans and rice, like I said, yogurt with sunflower seeds or almonds. All right, so I want you to focus on getting complete proteins in and really starting your day with a higher protein meal. So like we said in the last video with carbohydrates, sleeping better, a higher carb meal at night, despite what you've heard, can help with that. A higher protein meal in the morning can help rev up your metabolism and give you more energy throughout the day. So your homework this week, I want you to document your protein sources, whether they're meat or non-meat, and figure out how many grams you're roughly consuming on a day. And I want you to share this with us in our Facebook group because we want to learn from each other. All right, so y'all have an amazing week. Hopefully Natalie is not kicking your butt too much out there, but I know she probably is, which is a good thing. But eating more protein is going to help build those muscles, all right? So y'all have a great week, and I will see you back here next Sunday.